Well, hello, the troopers, and welcome back to General Economics Bunker. Thank you so much for joining me on this fine, late Saturday night. I know, I know. I was this close to not doing it, but I'm like, come on, come on. It's kind of becoming our thing, you know. So yeah, a little bit later tonight, but here we are, hanging out, talking about plenty of things and anything that you guys want to talk about. You know how this goes. Very relaxed, very chilled. Take off your pants. We're just here to be friendly, everybody. Again, thank you so much for joining me here, especially on such particularly short notice. I think today was like 7 minutes. So thank you, everybody that's here already. You are the Bunker Bunch, and I really appreciate y'all. So thank you for that. I do hope that your weekend is going great. I hope that you guys are out there. There's plenty of shows going on, by the way. But I hope that you guys are out there having fun. I hope that so far your weekend has been great. And if not, hey, you still got Sunday, right? You can still sort of turn it around. We can still, have a enjoyable second half of the weekend. But like I said, I hope that it's already been doing great. I hope that you've been getting some rest, or at least having fun, getting some little sippy sips, and if you know what I mean. Um, and once again, I just want to thank you for showing up and not letting me, stream out into the ether, especially this late. So yeah, is if this is your first time here, first of all, welcome. We hope that you like it. We hope that you stick around. We hope that you check out the main channel, General Economics Bunker, where we do all kinds of fun stuff. We talk about Star Wars. I know, misleading, but we do. And we also like to go on toy hunts. We like to do toy reviews. We like to talk about, trailers, the news. We like to go live, just like tonight, and hang out with all you beautiful people. So once again, welcome, and we hope that you stick around here in the bunker. Oof, it's already been a weekend. It's been fun. Don't get me wrong, but I'm tired already. Then again, I'm always tired now that I think about it. So that might not be the best indication of how a weekend is going. But we already got a few people here in the chat, so why don't we just go in and jump into that? And we got Mega Dan Collects. Dude, you updated your name, right? Because I keep getting it wrong. Mega Dan. Ayo, he says, appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. We got AZ in the house saying, hello, General. What's up, man? Good to see you. Good to see you. Hope you've been having fun this weekend. We got my brother Daniel, the legacy owner, saying, damn, it's late. Hey, hey, it's not called the early sunrise hangout. All right. It's literally called late night hangout. Just saying. No false advertisement here. Obi picking or Relax in the house. What's up, dude? Hello there, everyone. Dude, I'm glad y'all are okay. Um, for all my Florida peeps out there, I hope that the hurricane didn't hit you guys too hard. OBP, um, I'm glad to see you did fine. Uh, I know, there's still some damage and things like that, but it seemed like you guys made okay overall. So, um, hoping everybody did, good out there. Hoping that you're staying safe. If you lost power and stuff like that, then that's definitely uncomfortable. But it beats the alternative. I know there was a lot of damages definitely to the state, so I hope that you were not in the path to that. But if you were, I hope that that's sort of where it stopped. Just like just a little bit of like maybe a little bit of property damage. Material stuff is what I'm trying to say, and I hope that none of you or your family members were actually affected. So again, I hope that everybody made it okay. From what I've seen, most people are getting back on their feet. I know a lot of people still don't have power, so I hope if you're one of those, that I really really hope that power does come back pretty soon, because that's not a fun position to be in. So cheers to you guys, and again, I'm glad that you're doing fine. We got Josh in the house saying, "Hey, buddy, what's up, man? Thank you for joining. Appreciate you, man." AC saying, "It's my first time here." Is it though? But is it? JD6, hey, what's going on, JD? Good to see you, man. Hello, all he says. Jeff, it was great to see you, man. One of the highlights of the con for sure. So I'm glad you're doing good, and it was awesome to see you, brother. OBP says got a toy collectibles show here tomorrow in Melbourne. Oh, really? How's Melbourne doing then? You guys doing fine? I'm assuming no big damage if you guys are gonna head and get a toy show. So hope everything's going well, man. Welcome, AZ and JD. Appreciate you, OVP. Hey, Legacy Nerd says AC. JD saying hello, Obi. Hey, look who it is. Speaking of one of our favorite, Floridians, Nilda from Appetite for Collectibles saying hello there, Kenobi. What's going on? Really appreciate you joining the stream. I'm glad to see that you guys are safe. That you didn't get too much damage, which is great. And I saw your announcement for an interview with our good old friend Supreme Leader Snow. So I'm looking forward to that. He is hilarious. He's just the best. So I'm glad that you guys got to hang out on camera. So I can't wait to see that, Nilda. OBP saying, thanks, General. I know Tony's good, but I don't know about Pop. I hope he's okay. I did text him, and he said he was running low on baby oil, but I think overall he was doing fine. Hey, Nilda says OBP. Hey, Obi says Nilda. Hey, you're speak of the devil. What up, cuz? Appreciate you coming in, man. Thank you so much. Hope that you're doing fine out there, man. Hope that you guys are staying dry. Missing ICCC, dude. I hear you. I'm getting the blues. Now, I haven't had a full chance to like actually miss it because this weekend we got a lot going on here in town. I think it's gonna be worse for me next weekend. Dude, I haven't even been able to film my whole video. I haven't finished it. I literally have it all like stacked up back there where you can't see it. Because I gotta finish the video, I'm like subconsciously I'm resisting because I'm like that's kind of like the last, big piece of content, from ICCC, and I'm like, what's some film that kind of caps off, ICC 2024. So I'm like, I can wait another couple of days, or so. But yeah, I gotta get that out. Nilda saying, got a toy show in West Palm tomorrow. Yeah, nice, nice. Legacy Nurses, I heard someone has an appearance at one of the biggest cons of the year. Spoiler alert. We'll talk about that, maybe. OBP saying, there's Pop. Good to hear you, buddy. Yeah, absolutely, man. AC saying, I went figure hunting today and found the figure I was looking for at an Ollie's. It was, Mighty Morphin Pink. Nice. Good job, man. Yeah, Ollie's has been doing a ton of restocking. AC was kind enough to send me a picture of an Ollie's that's sort of close by. They are loaded with Black Series. Our friend Daniel from Legacy Nerd was kind enough to pick me up that carbonized 2-pack, that everybody was raving about. However, you know what I just saw popping up at Ross, and thanks to our brother Tony for sharing this. Let me share it with you guys because Ross is getting ridiculous. All right, let me see the message. Does he still have it? Yes. Okay. So let me show you guys here. How to do this? We're gonna do this. We're gonna do that. Let me pull it up again because I lost it. It's a story, guys, so I gotta like trigger it. Yeah. So check this out. Check out what they found. The Bad Batch 4-pack TVC exclusive to Amazon, I think at the time, is apparently hitting Ross, which is nuts. I I think it said something like $20, which again, ridiculous. Let me see if I can pull up that story again. But honestly, it's almost regardless of the price, it's worth it. So oh my lord, it's $15.99 supposedly. I don't see a price tag, but I trust the guy that posted it. $15.99. So basically, think about it this way: for the price of not even one current TVC figure, you get 4, and not just 4, but you get 4 clones, and you get 4 exclusives. It's I don't know, it's a no-brainer. Definitely gonna be on the lookout for that. I have them, but for that price, come on, guys, wouldn't it be sweet for like a giveaway? I'd buy them all if I come across 1 or 2. I'll definitely pick up multiples. That's a great pack. It's just about the only thing um, Bad Batch that the TVC did. So get out there, check on your Rosses. Let me know if you score. Let me keep going here with the chat. Guys, Appreciate y'all. Thank you. Thank you for cutting your sleep short. I'm just kidding. Nobody sleeps around here. Where was it? Where was I? Oh yeah. Pap the Bounty Collector saying, "LOL, baby oil, baby oil." Laughing says OBP. Uh, Not today, Didi. Not today. OBP says, Nilda, what's the name of the show down there? Nilda says, Florida Toy Shows. I'll send you the Instagram page. Not super creative on the name, but hey, sometimes you don't gotta bury the lead, right? Thanks, says OBP. OBP says, damn, gonna have to check Ross. Dude, seriously, that is insane. Honestly, even if it was like $30, that's still a great deal. Let alone freaking $15. That's just ridiculous. Yeah, Alice had tons of Star Wars figures. Yeah, that picture you showed me. Actually, I can pull it up, I think, because you sent it to me on Instagram. Just to show everybody, I think most people have seen their Ollies, getting stacked like this. I hate that the computer doesn't let me show it for some reason. I really dislike Instagram on desktop, so it won't let me show it. But yeah, basically rows and rows and rows of Black Series. JD says, I guess I'm going to Ollie's tomorrow. Yeah, dude, check it out for sure. Neil does saying, I just got home from working rounds at the hospital, so wide, wide away, my friend. Wide away from sleep, I think is what you meant. Awake. There we go. That's what we're talking about. Hey, look who it is. The man, the myth, the legend. The soon to be relocated to a new nerd cave. Archer, what's going on, brother? Thank you so much for joining, man. Dude, you should be asleep. I'm sure it's been a long day for you, brother. What's up, everyone? He says, though, very kind for you to join us, man. Thank you so much. But yeah, dude, go get some rest, go get some sleep. Come on. In case you don't know, our brother Archer from Nerd Affiliated is in the middle of a move. He is moving his headquarters to a new house. So I can't wait to see it, pop up on videos and on his live streams, which, by the way, you should always be checking out. Um, Hey Archer Live every Thursday, 7:30-ish p.m. Central. Um, you wanna check out a good host that sounds great, that always looks great, annoyingly so. Check out Archer. All right, I'm not jealous. What are you talking about? Yo, look who it is, my clunky cast in the house saying, hey, dude. So, okay, story for everybody. Today I went to a toy show. It's called the Eggman's Toy Show. It's a recurring show. We have it about 3-4 times a week. Sorry, a year. A week would be dangerous. 3-4 times a year here in town, and I always like to go to it because I always end up finding good stuff at good price, right? And so one of the booths had a bunch of Star Wars vehicles, and one of them, McClunky, was the MTT. And of course, I went, like straight for it. Sure enough, it was already sold. Um, it was loose but complete, so I just wanted to kind of check it out. I didn't see the price on it though, but I immediately thought of you, and one of the biggest scores at ICCC, But they had a lot of vehicles, and I was very tempted, but man, I'm out of space, like straight up. So I don't know if you can kind of see them in frame here, but I was moving stuff around, for the garage, and I came across a box that had two boxes in it. And what do I find in those two cardboard boxes? I find the ARC 170 right there from episode 3, which is actually one of my favorite ships designs, by the way. So I have that one and a freaking gunship. So that's the Walmart exclusive. So they're back there if you can see them. I'm pointing to them in the background. So yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit ashamed that I had not displayed those guys in a few years. So it's good that I protected them, right? But yeah, not super proud that I forgot that they were in the garage. So here they are back to basically clog up all of the vehicle wall, as you can see. Kind of bad. Nerd Affiliated says the exhausted. Yeah, absolutely, dude. Come on. Hey, Nerd Affiliated says OBP. OBP says Nerd Affiliated. You're too kind. LOL. I am too kind sometimes. I do. I did get that. Maybe that's why I'm not successful. Not the point. OBP saying, Brecker says, smash that button. Appreciate you, OBP. So yeah, guys, I would greatly appreciate it if you hit that like button here on the stream to let the mythical, finicky, and sometimes, actually a lot of times, not very favorable YouTube algorithm know that we have a good show going on. Even so late, even with 7 minutes of a heads up, you guys are amazing. Okay, told you that, and I will tell it. You know, everybody 1,000 times more. You guys are incredible. You guys are the best part of being here on YouTube. As I mentioned, I really debated about doing it tonight. The kid went to sleep late. I was, trying to do some stuff around the house, and I was like, you know what? It's kind of a thing. I've kind of been enjoying these a lot, and that's not because I'm not, super sober. That's just because I kind of feel like it's a nice way to just wind down, the Saturday, which tends to be obviously pretty busy, sometimes even hectic, right? Depending on what's going on, and just kind of chill, just chat. Really, I mean, there's no real agenda here. There's no real, key points or anything. It's just hanging out. Whatever you all want to talk about, we'll talk about. But again, I appreciate it if you guys hit that like button and just let YouTube know that we're doing okay. We're having fun. All right. So I appreciate you, VP, for that. You finally noticed. All right. So Nerdafilin says night shirt. Yeah. So as I said earlier today, I went to a toy show, and dude, this got a lot of attention. So let me show you what I'm talking about. No, those were not my nipples that get all the way up there. That's just I'm showing the T-shirt that comes from one Mr. Archer over at Nerd Affiliated. So check it out over at nerdaffiliated.com for all your awesome, awesome merch like this one. I love the blend, by the way, on this one. I don't wear it that often because I've had it for about 2 years, maybe more now. I'm not even sure. And it's one of my favorite designs. And I try not to wear it that much because I know it's gonna wear out, eventually. But I love this t-shirt. It's one of my favorite t-shirts just overall. And so even the lady at the entrance, the one basically selling the tickets to go into the toy show, she was like, "Ah, that's amazing." And I was like, first of all, don't point. That's rude. Okay. Didn't your mom teach you manners? Anyway, but like I said, throughout the show, um, a lot of the vendors were like, dude, that's just cool. So McClunky says, I need the tiger. Dude, yes, same. Different, but same. Um, I want that Tiger Shark Arc 170. Um, yeah, I need it. That I always kind of wanted the remember that exclusive pack with this kind of packaging for episode 3. That was the Arc 170. That one normal, but it had an added layer with I think 2 or 3 figures. I forget right now. And I think it was the pilots and maybe Obi-Wan or something. I don't know. I'm blanking out of which ones they were. I'll look it up in a little bit. I always kind of wanted that presentation, but don't get me wrong, this one's the OG. So, but that Tiger Shark one, gotta have it. Actually, today on the toy show, nah, I can't pull it off. All the footage is jumbled up right now, but I did see the gunship, the LLAT Tiger Shark, bro, $500 for that thing. Inbox, it looked in amazing shape, of course, but $500. I'm like, man, that thing went up in price like a lot. So I'm very glad that I have that one because that would be the only one that I'm like, all right, there's no way around that. I'm gonna have to just pay for it, um, because that's one of my absolute favorite designs, of any ship. Man, now it's bugging me. Hold on, guys. Let me look this up. Um, Arc 170. Oh my lord, I can't type 170. Um, exclusive episode 3. Images. Where are you? Where are you, precious? No, it's the same box. Same box. Oh, come on. I did not dream of that. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? It's just a slightly bigger box with figures on a window up the front. Come on. All right, let's try something else. Let's try spinning. That's a good trick. Yeah, here we go. Found it. This is what I'm talking about. Lord of Instance, gotta go to bed. See you guys later. Yeah, dude, get some rest, man, and good luck tomorrow. Yeah, best of luck, brother, and congrats again. I'll finish via replan the drive. Don't worry about it, man. But I appreciate you. Thank you so much. So yeah, this is what I'm talking about. This is so it's basically the same presentation of the ARC 170, but it had 4 bonus figures on the top. So it looks like it's a pilot, 2 clones, and it looks like R2. Is it listed here? I guess not. But yeah, this is the one that I was talking about, and I kind of always wanted that. Um, does this say? Do you guys remember what this was an exclusive from? Was it Target? I want to say it was Toys R Us, but I don't see the sticker. Anyway, this is the one that I kind of always wanted, but never came across it. A couple of times. I never like actively, went after it. But let me see, show you which one. Um, McCullough was referencing this design. Oh man, this thing is so cool. And I really, really want it. Oof, this is a bad picture. It's fine. It will do. So this is the version we're talking about. The Tiger Shark R170. This was exclusive to Target, as you can see right there on the label. But look at that deco. That just looks so dope. So yeah, I hear you on that one, McClung. I definitely want this one. Not for this price though. $329.95 plus a $9.75 delivery fee. So no, we're gonna pass on that one. I saw this one at ICCC, and I was very tempted, but I already have the other one, the Hunt for Grievous one. But man, this one is just very, very cool too. Yeah, definitely had more than a couple of things, that I thought about picking up at ICCC, but I didn't. Like I said, I'm trying to behave because we got a lot of stuff going on, guys. So let me catch up here with the chat. Do. Good night, nerd affiliated, says OBP. Absolutely. Uh, Neil the same. We need those penicillin drinks again. Ooh, yeah. Now you're talking. Amazing shirt, says Daniel Legacy Nerd. I need that shirt, Archer. Yeah, you do. It's awesome. As long as the burrito isn't from Taco Bell, yeah, no, that'll just literally and clinically kill me. OBP, since that is a cool T-shirt, I've been favoring a place called Bubba Co's Burritos, kind of like Chipotle. All right, Chipotle was all right for burritos. I know it's like high end, Taco Bell, but Taco Bell is just I can't, guys, I can't. Ouch! I have the MGS Tiger Shark. Will love the TVC size one. Yeah, that Micro Galaxy Squadron still probably one of my favorites, if not my favorite. Last year I saw one that wasn't quite complete for 200. The ARC 170. I was talking about the LAT Tiger Shark. Gotcha. Hello, nerd, says Janine Jedi Niner, the first sister. What is going on? Hey, by the way, happy early anniversary. So, in case you guys don't know, the Rogue 5 Cantina is turning 1 tomorrow night. They're having their anniversary stream. So make sure that you check it out here on YouTube, 8 p.m. Central. They're going to have an open mic night. So if you guys want to jump on and just tell them, how good of a job they've been doing for the past year, make sure that you do so. I will, more than likely. So yeah, congrats on that, Janine. OBP is saying, hey, Janine. Hey, Pete says, Janine, Legacy Nerd says, Chipotle is okay if everyone for work is going. San Antonio's don't choose it first. Yeah, no, that's what I was gonna say. It's fine if we all agreed on it, or if that's like the closest thing. uh, It's fine. I won't throw a fit or anything, but yeah, definitely won't choose. That won't be my first choice. Um, but yeah, actually, I don't even know what my first choice would be for an actual burrito. I don't know. For a little while there, when I first started working here, I didn't know. First of all, I didn't know anybody. It's a new city, um, and I had severely limited funds. So, um, talking about burritos, I was living off like gas station burritos, and I'm not gonna lie to you. Every so often, like every once a year or so, I kind of crave them again. So I'll go and pick up one or two. Um, and then of course, my intestines will be shredded for the next 6 months, and I'll be like, all right, this is why I don't need them anymore. But then the following 6 months, I start to slowly forget about it, and then again, 1 year into it, I kind of go for it again. Um, but yeah, I don't know. It's been a little while since I've had a pretty decent burrito. I've had some good barbecue, burritos. Those count, right? But like full on, like Mexican style. Yeah, it's been a while. Believe it or not. Believe it or not. Janine says thank you, but yeah, channel is gone. We'll be streaming on the. Oh, what happened? Sorry, I missed it. Um, Niño Grogu, ¿cómo estás, hermano? Muchas gracias por darte la vuelta por aquí desde Chile. Saludos. Better than gas stations. Yes, that's how you get zombies, though. You want zombies? That's how you get zombies. Gas station sushi. But because better than Chipotle. When I was in Oklahoma, there was a fast food burrito place that was good, but I don't remember the name. Um, yeah, I don't know. And it's funny because Bubblegum sounds like familiar the name, but I can't pinpoint who I heard it from. Mm, yeah, I can't. But anyway, yeah, there's plenty of, I think, burritos are, they're fine. Uh, as a fast food, they're not like super complicated. Down like back home, like down in the valley, we used to have this place. I think it's still there actually. It's been there for ages. Um, that used to do a barbecue burrito, right? So you could choose like your meats. Obviously, the preferred choice was kind of always brisket, but you could throw in sausage or turkey or whatever, and they would do like a blend of it too. Very good. But man, there was this one guy that um, just like on a whim, he he introduced like grilled onions and grilled jalapenos like into it with like a little bit of just some pepper on it. He'll grill it all together, throw it into the burrito, wrap up the burrito, and then grill the burrito like so that you still had like a nice um, sort of toasty but not really layer, to the big flour tortilla. And so all the cheese inside would melt like beautifully. Oh, he was so good, man. I always try to go on days that when he was working because he was about the only one who did that. Everybody else just kind of wrapped it, and out it goes. And so, for a while he wasn't there. And so I started asking the other people, like, hey, can you throw in, like the grilled onions and like grilled jalapenos on it? And they would look at me like, what are you talking about? Like we don't do that, right? I'm like, no, I know for a fact that you do. Like that's kind of like the only reason why I come here. Um, but anyway, don't get me wrong. Like the burrito itself was, pretty good. But man, that dude was on it. Um, Janine saying long silly story. Yikes. All right, no worries. OBP saying I think it was Taco Bueno, but that was in 1988. Nice, nice. Hey, the 80s were better, man. Jedi's Niners saying that we have bacon wrap burritos in Diego, deep fried perfection. That sounds horrible for you, and I cannot wait to try it. That's very very interesting. But yeah, guys. So I went to a toy show today. Oy. Got to film a little bit. I took the little one, so it's always sort of a balancing act between me trying to film, keeping an eye on him, and trying to interact, with the people selling there. I got a couple of friends also in there, so we did see some cool stuff. Of course, you'll see more on the video, hopefully coming out soon. I was very light on the pickups. I only picked up two things. Well, like five things if you include the stuff that I bought the kit, including popcorn, which was expensive. That was $10, guys. What the heck? And I should have known. I should have known to ask, beforehand, like how much it was, because I just kind of, walked up to him like, oh, you wanted popcorn? I'm like, yeah, for sure. I'll get a bag of popcorn. And she goes, oh yeah, it's $10. I was like, excuse you? I was like, I just I said just one bag of popcorn. I don't want the table, worth. Anyway, so I bought him uh, a Funko Pop, and I bought him actually, no, I take that back. He bought himself a book. So I take that back. I will be fair. He paid with his own money for the book. It was $2, but hey, it still counts. Me, I picked up this little guy here. I was trying to clean it, so that's why I have it here on the desk. Not Star Wars related. So this is for Gundam. It's a Federation ship, and you guys know that I love ships. And this one I had not seen before. In this, like particular like toy form. I mean, but it is kind of cool. It does have some like action, panels, and of course the big gun like pops out or reveals itself from the front. So I thought it was cool. So I ended up picking up for the Gundam shelf, um, which I'm kind of glad I did because I regret. Years ago, I saw a ship, that I knew it was Gundam. It was something like $15 or nothing like too expensive. But I'm like, man, I don't even know. I don't even know the what collection that's from or anything. I'm definitely not a Gundam connoisseur. I know the models, like I know the types of Gundams, some of the ships, I'm okay with, but when it comes to the actual, toys or the actual like, master grade model, someone like, no, I'm a noob. I'm a self-proclaimed noob for sure. But anyway, what I was saying is I knew the ship, and I'm like, man, I do like it. I'm like, but I don't know. I don't know if it's that a good deal or not. So I didn't pick it up. And at the end of the show, I'm like, "Hey, you know what? I'm gonna go back for it. Might as well." And no, it was gone. And then I was like, all right, I'm just gonna find it online. And sure enough, online it was like 50, $60. And so I was very discouraged. But yeah, so my point is that when I see stuff like this that's not like super expensive that I haven't seen before, I'll usually pick it up. I did okay with this one. This one I got for well, technically it was $10, but I paid 10 for this and a couple of Star Wars pew pews that I needed for some of my loose clones. So he was selling those for $1. So we kind of made a little bundle. So you could say I paid $8 for this if you want to think about it that way. So picked up this little guy, and I'm like I said, I'm pretty happy about it. It's in good shape. It is missing, like the missiles, and some of the minifigs go here at the base. But I saw the minifigs, and I actually wasn't a fan. So I think it's just gonna stay like this. But let me jump right back here into the chat. Let's see what's going on. Do 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 do. Mm-mm-mm. Oh, that sounds good, Jenny. Yeah, absolutely. Legacy Nerd says the best taco I've ever had was from a random shed on a country roadside outside a junkyard. Oh, with the man that had a van that said free toys on the side. Been there too. OBP says food at those shows is crazy because they got you trapped. Oh, absolutely. Oh snap! You like Gundam? I do like Gundam. Yeah, yeah, I do. Again, I don't go like super hard on it. Because as you can see, I already got my main love, which is Star Wars. But dude, I pick up stuff here and there. Like I said, I'm not into the high end stuff. I'm not into the models, okay, and not because I don't like them. I love the way they look. I absolutely like the way they look. I just cannot put them together, dude. I am not a patient man, like whatsoever. So stuff like this, that's already sort of. Well, this is more of a toy, right? I wouldn't call this a model. This is already came assembled, right? So this is kind of my jam here. I have a few of the I guess of the newest what are they called? Gundam Universe collection. Whatever. It's basically like the Black Series for Gundam. So I do have a couple. I have the Tolgis, I have the Sasabi, I have the OG Granddaddy Gundam, the RX-78, and there's been a couple that I've seen, but I honestly I end up buying those in at a discount, because again, it's not my main, collection. I just like them. Hi, says Marta. What's going on? Thanks so much for joining. Janine says, hole in the wall taco places are the best. Yep, absolutely. Hi, Martha says Janine. Louis is saying, hi, General Kenobi. What's going on? Thank you so much. Tacos and free toys. There you go. That's exactly. So you've been there too. You've seen it. We've all gone through it at some point in our lives. Um, but yeah, the other thing I picked up, I actually left downstairs, but it is a Clone Wars Anakin. Um, but the first Clone Wars Anakin, I should say. Let me see if I can pull up an image of what I am talking about. I don't know if you guys remember this, but there used to be a Clone Wars line of figures before there was any Clone Wars like media. There, it was just kind of like their interpretation based on some of the comic books that were barely coming out. Let me see if I can find it, because this was just before the animated series. Um, yeah, it's this guy here. Oof, why is it so bright? It's this guy here for this line, Army of the Republic, Anakin Skywalker. I've been kind of wanting to get all this line together because there's not that many of them. I think it's something like 9 or 10 of them. So I saw this guy. I don't think I have him. I think I have him in the 2 pack, but not individually. And it was $5. So I'm like, yeah, why not? For $5, I'll take the risk. If I have him, that's fine. But if not, then I got a pretty good deal. So it is currently 15.49 on Amazon. So I think I did okay. But yeah, there's a few of these. Kind of wish they would show the back of it. Let me see if I can find a checklist because there's really not that many, and I think they're pretty cool. Like I said, these are kind of like interpretations of what the characters were gonna look like, or sort of like how they thought they were gonna come out in the comic books. Nah, they didn't. But let me see. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, so it's this guy's here, but I don't think this is all of them. Mm, kind of hoping for a checklist. Come on, come on. Let's see. Good old Wikipedia. You wouldn't let me down, would you? Mm-mm-mm. Come on, come on. I didn't think it was gonna be this hard to find this. Just like a checklist. Come on, guys. Well, anyway, I can show you some of the images just to let you know what I am talking about. So it's this one's here. So this is the Mace Oops. This is the Mace Windu. Right? Army of the Republic. Then we got Saw There's a few of these, but like I said, not that many. Here, maybe we can see the back here. So there's a Dirge, which is very cool, by the way, and I already have it. You can see Yoda, ARC Trooper, which, as far as I know, I think this is like the first ARC Trooper they ever did. Asajj Ventress, of course. There's an Obi, there's an Annie, there's Saw there is Mace Windu. Let me see, they show them all. So that's Obi. That's the Dirge. Like I said, it's pretty cool. This is a cool figure in the Dirge. It's got plenty of weapons. Kit Fisto. I forgot about Kit Fisto. I don't think I have Kit Fisto now that I think about it. Might have to look for that. The Asajj is pretty cool also because it's more based on the comic book appearance. So there she is. Yeah, here we can kind of see them all. There is I'm pretty sure there's a red ARC Trooper version. And there's a couple or 3, maybe 2 packs where they bundle some of these. So they don't have Yoda here, but there is a figure for Yoda. I think this is a better. Yeah, so there's a clone trooper, regular clone trooper, and there's that Yoda. Also, with the bandolier. So just mean looking dudes. going up in the Clone Wars. So, like I said, this is just kind of like how they looked. Oh, here it is. Kind of like how they looked before we had the animated show, before the Tartakovsky show, even. So, this is just before that. So, there's Yoda looking very mean. This is one of the 2 packs. So, Yoda and a clone trooper on a joint card. I think I got all of these. There's only like 3 of them. Um, but yeah, like I said, these are very cool. I like them. Just sort of it was sort of like the prototypes, for the Clone Wars. So I've always enjoyed these figures, and they're not bad when it comes to details also. And like I said, there's some characters that only kind of came out there, like Dirge, right? That we were just talking about. So yeah, this one's pretty cool. And like I said, I think I have most of them. I don't know about Kid Fisto now. Now I'm starting to doubt myself if I have Kid Fisto. Um, but anyway, so like I said, there's not that many, and Anakin for $5, I kind of had to, kind of had to take the risk. Let me jump right back here into the chat. Let's see. Where are we? Where are we? Janine's like, yes, a taco Happy Meal. I like that. OBP says, did Gundam start after Robotech? Because some of the Gundam ships are the same as Robotech. I love Robotech. Okay, so I'm about to let my geek flag shine with this one, OVP, so bear with me. Robotech, as we know it, is a little bit of a hodgepodge of Japanese, right, anime shows. The first Robotech that I knew, the one with the Valkyries and the giant, fortress, is from Macross. Then the other ones is Mospita, stuff like that. So they kind of mesh them up together to create what we know as Robotech here in the West. So Macross, if I remember correctly, did come out. Actually, you know what? I don't want to lie to you, but I think the first Gundam might have been first. Now you got me thinking, because Gundam, the very first show is from 79, 1979, sorry. And Macross, not Robotech, because Robotech came later. Let's see. Let me just look up here. That's what we got. No, yeah. So I guess I was right. So Super Dimension Fortress Macross aired October 3rd, 1982. So I guess Gundam came first, technically. And I think Macross, um, sorry, I think Robotech came out later than that. Let me see. Robotech, 1985, Robotech, which was, again, the Macross saga, right? So, yeah, Gundam came first. There you go. Yes, I'm talking about Macross Robotech. There you go. Yeah. I mean, it's kind of the only one, worth talking to, right? Talking about, sorry. Um, I've sort of kept up with Macross, or see, that's what I mean, because I knew it as Robotech as well, and then later on, whoa, all right, this Mike wants to go to sleep already. Here we go. All right, can you hear me? Okay, that was funny. Uh, yeah, so I knew it as Robotech as well, and then I found out, all the Macross thing, and so I started looking into that. And there's still new shows for Macross, by the way. Some of them are pretty good. Some of them are pretty fun. Um, so they basically continued, the timeline. There's definitely new shows for Gundam, and I can't keep up anymore. There's just too many. Um, but it was funny because I remember watching the first Gundam that I came across was Gundam Wing, right, which came out in Cartoon Network, I thought part of their Toonami. Um, for all of y'all that were born not that long ago, you have no idea what I'm talking about. But basically, Cartoon Network took a chance and created this block of shows called Toonami, right? And what that was, we're like, hey, you know what? We got to start bringing in some of this Japanese goodness, onto the West. And so that's how a lot of the American market got introduced to anime. Um, One of them was Gundam Wing, right? I think that was like the first one. Sailor Moon came out there. Dragon Ball, came out there. Dragon Ball C, I think, technically. I don't know that they ever showed Dragon Ball before Dragon Ball C here in the States. Many anime, got started. Like Cowboy Bebop, good stuff. But Gundam Wing came out in the 90s. Don't quote me. Let's just say middle of the 90s. Let's say 95, right? Something like that. I really liked it. I mean, giant robots, cool designs, all of that good stuff. Um, and they actually showed, people not coming back, from battle, which was new to me. So, when there's a couple of instances in the show where they take out, an enemy, and they're like, yeah, no, he's gone, like he's unalived. And so I was like, whoa, like this is kind of nuts. Um, and so I was hooked on Gundam Wing. And then Cartoon Network was like, all right, we gotta keep this train going. Um, and then they decided to bring Mobile Suit Gundam, which is literally the first Gundam like ever, right? Mind you, it's quite the gap because that show is from 1979. So for us here in the US, as kids, we're like, dude, we just watched this animation that looked clean, crisp, current, and all of a sudden we're back to like 2D, almost like stop motion animation, like what the heck's going on? So to me it was a little bit of a shock. It took me a long time to sort of get over that hurdle and start enjoying the show for what it is. Because let me tell you, the first Gundam is really, really good, like the story, but it's a little bit rough. It's a little bit rough to watch nowadays. And like I said, coming off of a current show, right? Like Gundam Wing, I definitely felt the change. And I'm like, where are all the other guys? How come there's only one Gundam? Like, I don't get it. So it was many years later. Like I said, once I got more access to the internet, stuff like that, I'm like, oh, that's what happened. They brought in one of the current ones first. They saw it was a hit, and they're like, all right, what can we get for cheap now? Let's just put something on the air. And that was the very first Gundam, just because it was already like 20 years old by that point. Definitely worth a watch if you're into that sort of stuff. It's the one that started it all, and it set the pace for many of the subsequent shows. No, thank you, OBP, for bringing up some cool stuff. I remember tonight I really watched it. Yeah, dude, that was my jam, dude. Oh man, I would stay up late when they were gonna have like movies and stuff like that. Oh man, I used to love Toonami though. Like I said before the internet, that was that was kind of the only way I had to watch like more not super kiddie cartoons. Like I said, these were showing like some of the Japanese stuff, and some of the stuff was kind of how do you call it? Um, Not super kid friendly, not too like horrible either compared to some of the stuff we see today. But yeah, it was definitely like a more mature tone than kind of everything else back then. So we also have a big convention going on here in San Antonio, Big Tech's Comic Con. I've talked about it for quite a bit. I haven't been able to make it out there, believe it or not. Our friend Mike, the Dad Bader, has been there Friday and Saturday, and apparently the turnout is nuts. All right, so I'm glad that the show is doing good, because we want our shows to do good so that they can keep bringing good quality guests. So let me show you here quickly. Where is that? So they had so on Friday, actually yesterday, they actually had, I think, their most, how you call it, popular panel with Cobra Kai. Which, if you want to check that out, our friend here from the Legacy of Nerd has it up on his channel, so make sure you tune into that. But yeah, let me show you here. They posted this reel for earlier today, so check that out. That's quite the turnout. And this was like early, not, well, early-ish in the morning, like the first hour or so of the show. So yeah, very good turnout. I wanted to go, but the kid backed out at the last minute, so we didn't go today. Definitely going tomorrow. I do have media pass for this, so I do have to make an appearance, obviously, and I want to grab some footage, and I kind of want to get an autograph from Ron Perlman. Believe it or not, he's kind of like my main one out of this show. They, like I said, they had a great panel for Cobra Kai yesterday. They had a really good one today for Lord of the Rings too. So make sure and stay tuned for those updates, and whoever is dropping those panels online, you want to check them out. But yeah, I think I'm gonna try to get Ron Perlman's autograph tomorrow, and more than anything, I just kind of want a picture with the guy. I just like him. He's cool, and I've never met him, so there he is. So he'll have I think he is like, I want to say he's something like $60 for a picture, or auto maybe, and 70 for the picture. It's really not that bad, like, well, compared to others, obviously. Um, he's not a young man by no means, so again, I kind of want to get this done tomorrow, hopefully. There's gonna be a lot of people, so I'm not looking forward to that. I don't do well with a lot of people, and then parking is not gonna be fun, but it's gonna be worth it. So I should be out there just in case you guys are planning to go. Hit me up if you see me. I'll probably take the little one, and have him just, we'll just try to go through the show at least once before we got to come back. But yeah, again, congrats to Big Tech's Comic Con, because it seems like they have quite a bit of a turnout, which is awesome. That's definitely what we want to see. We want to see our shows grow. We want to see them being recognized. And let's be honest, guys, we want to see them make money, right? Because that's what influences next year, and that makes him try to get bigger and bolder guests and stuff like that. This, like I said, the lineup for this year is very solid, but if they did good this year, then maybe next year they can go even bigger. So I'll be out there, like I said. If you're showing up, see me and stop by and say hi. But yeah, what else? What else do we got? Oh, did you guys? I'm sure you saw it, but I meant to talk about it over on Wednesday during the high ground, but I sort of just was gushing out on ICCC. Um, Y'all saw that um, LA Comic Con was going on at the same time, right? Last weekend, and our dearly beloved Ewan McGregor had a nice panel on it, and you can check it out online. I think who was it? Somebody posted the whole thing. I think it was maybe like IGN or something like that. It's a good panel. I kind of felt that the host was a little bit not clear a few times, towards even Ewan was kind of like, huh, like what are you asking? But he did talk about Obi-Wan Kenobi season 2, right? And the for me, the takeaway is that he didn't say it's not happening, right? Or nobody has called me. He said we're exploring ideas, right? And at this stage, that's kind of all I need, okay? I just want to know that it's happening. I just want to know that it hasn't been completely off the table. I want to know that they're actually taking their time to work on this. And to me, it's a no-brainer. I think to many people out there, it's a no-brainer to continue the story. Um, but at the same time, we know that Disney has been pouring a lot of money into these shows and not necessarily getting much back. Yes, I'll say it. Acolyte was super expensive budget, and then guess what? They went over it by quite a bit. So it was extra expensive, and it didn't quite pan out the way they thought it was going to. Again, not gonna go into why not or anything like that. I'm just talking about numbers. So it was a very expensive show. It didn't do nearly as well as they thought it would. So I'm sure now they're reeling back, they're pulling back, their ideas, and be like, all right, how can we make this a guaranteed hit for less money? Unfortunately, that was always the mentality with Obi-Wan, which does not make sense to me, right? So Obi-Wan had one of the lowest budgets out of Disney Plus shows, Star Wars Disney Plus shows. And I will always say it, I thoroughly enjoyed that show. I liked it so much. I know it wasn't perfect by no means, but hey, compared to some of the stuff we've gotten since then, it just keeps getting better. All right. So there's still plenty of time, to tell some stories. Spoilers if you haven't seen Obi-Wan, but it's been more than 2 years, so I'm sorry. So at the end of Obi-Wan, we'll call it season one now because I kind of want to put it out there that there will be a season two. So at the end of Obi-Wan season one, you're at a period of time nine about 9 years before A New Hope, right? So you still got plenty of room to tell stories. Okay. Now, before you say anything, yes, they didn't really do anything with the path, right? Which was this like underground railroad type of thing where Jedi were being smuggled out, right? Or for sensitive children. There's a lot to be told just with that. Um, Contemporary to that period of time, we got plenty of characters that we know and love. We got Cal Kestis, we got the Rebels crew. Well, technically, more than the Rebels crew, I would say Kanan. I think Kanan was more active like around that time, and Hera probably by that point. So there is definitely characters you can pull into the show. But even if we just focused on Obi-Wan by himself, there's so much, so much left, right? That we just don't know. His training, him meeting up with other Jedi, um, him, maybe going to Mandalore, right, to try and help. Remember that he was in love with Duchess Satine, so maybe he tries to, how do you call it, protect her legacy a little bit. Who knows? I'm just saying, there's plenty of stuff to be told, and Ewan has said repeatedly he wants to do it. To me, again, there's nobody else really, right? Um, he is Obi-Wan. He has been Obi-Wan for 25 years. Um, it's just kind of obvious that they should do it. And one cool thing he did say, and it makes sense, right? He's like, "Oh, I would like to wear the Clone Wars armor," which I think we all can agree is an obvious choice, right? Because you had Hayden Christensen wear it last year for Ahsoka, right? And so um, it would only make sense to sort of complete the set with Ewan McGregor wearing the Clone Wars armor. So we will see if it happens. Again, I'm kind of putting it out there that it will happen. Um, I just hope they get the story down first, and then they worry about the budget, right? I hope they learn a little bit, their lesson, because Obi-Wan to me should have been like, hey, take all the money you need. Here's 12 episodes instead of, 6. Um, and even then they still pull it off. It still looks gorgeous. But yeah, like obviously the story has to come first. So Ewan wants to do it. Let him cook, he loves this character. He is this character basically. There's so much of him in the character now that it only makes sense for him to sort of be at the discussion table, right? So hopefully, Disney comes to their senses and they make this happen. If not, at least give us a movie, all right? At least, right? We gotta do something else with Ewan McGregor. He's the perfect age. Um, Again, he wants to do it, so why not? Let's see. Uh, Oops, I went too far back. We all need to support our local cons. Yeah, absolutely, guys. I've said it before. If you're looking for something that might be in stores, head out to a local show. Head out to a local toy show. They'll probably have it. Maybe a little bit cheaper, right? So, and why not support a local vendor? OBP Kenobi says, "So is your kid Lieutenant Kenobi or maybe Sergeant Kenobi?" Yeah, he's more like King Kenobi, man, around here in the house because yeah, but everything he says goes. OBP says, I think if Ewan is behind it, there's a decent chance it will happen. Maybe not a show, but a movie. Yeah, like I said, at this point, I'll take anything, dude. I will take, I'll definitely, I think my first choice would be a TV show just because of the length, right? Let's get more episodes out there. Second choice would be movie. All right. That's fine. I still want to see Ewan McGregor. Third choice, by this point, maybe like an animated, show with him, with his voice. But we all know, the voice is kind of different for animation, so I don't know how great that would be. I'm just saying we got to get more Kenobi. Figure Trap in the house. What's going on, brother? I will be all about getting a Ron Perlman autograph. I have a John Alexander, Johan Kraus autograph on a Hellboy, the Golden Army Steelbook. Nice. I'd want to add his too. Yeah, dude, for sure. And like I said, it's kind of cheap. I mean, it's not free, but I think it's like $70 if I remember correctly. It's definitely under $100. So I don't know. To me, that's very fair pricing. OBP says, agree. Disney should have put more money into Obi-Wan. They had two huge names in the Star Wars universe, Obi-Wan and Vader. Yeah, dude, and they're meeting for the first time, right? Um, you know what I mean? Vader in the armor, Obi-Wan. I kind of want to watch that fight now. But yeah, so we will see how that turns out. Okay, so I think we're just past the 1 hour mark here, guys. And again, I really, really appreciate all of y'all just hanging out, just having fun. I've really been enjoying sort of this, like I said, just this hangout, right? Just us chit chatting, winding down the day, uh, sort of, closing down on Saturday. So I hope that you guys are having a great, great weekend. I hope that it continues tomorrow on Sunday. I hope that your week starts off amazing. So, for those of you that have a local toy show, get out there, buy a couple of things. Um, you know, if it's my rule now, if it's anywhere near like how do you call it? If it's something new and you can still find it in stores, and it's kind of similar pricing, just kind of go with the local guy, right? Even if you're spending $1 or $2 more, support your local businesses, support your local collectors, right? Sellers, all that stuff. You start building relationships. So if you're gonna spend the money anyway, it's kind of how I look at it. If you know you want something and you know you're gonna spend the money, then maybe try to spend it with somebody that this might be their business, right? Or there might be a side gig and they're just trying to get a little bit of cash to put it back into their collection. So like I said, I'd rather do that now than at stores. No, don't get me wrong. If you find some clearance on those stores, then you kind of have to jump on it, right? But there's different, of course, scenarios. But so yeah, get out there, support your local conventions, your local toy shows. Again, I will be out there on Big Texas Comic Con tomorrow. I'm kind of hoping to be there by the time or just before they start because I think it's going to be packed again. Friday and Saturday have been insane when it comes to people showing up. So kudos to them. And, again, congratulations. That's definitely what we want to see. But I will be out there, just roaming around, trying to get that autograph from Raw Perman and a picture with him. So yeah, if you see me, stop by, say hi, and then don't forget, guys, we got SpaceCon at the end of the month, and I do have some news. All I will say is, if you go to spacecon.com and you look up the panels, especially the ones scheduled for Sunday, you might see a familiar name on one of the hosting slots. We'll leave it at that. So, thanks again for hanging out, guys. I hope that you have a great rest of your night. Get some rest to all the y'all that it's later for you than it is for me. Thank you so much for joining again, especially on such a short notice. Also, don't forget to follow us on social media: Facebook, General Kenobi's Bunker; Instagram, general.kenobis.bunker; Threads, that's the same thing; TikTok, general_Kenobis_bunker. All that good stuff. Make sure that you are checking us out there. So, thanks again. Have a great rest of your weekend. Have a great start of your week. Thank you so much, Bunker Bunch, for always hanging out with me. Let me catch up here on the last few chats. JD says, great hanging out rest of the weekend, everyone. Appreciate you, Johnny, man. I really do. It was good to see you. Thanks, General, says OBP. Me too, says Janine. OBP says, ooh, congrats, General. Thank you, thank you. Hi, says viewer. Oh, what's going on? Thank you so much for joining. Woohoo, says Janine. Yeah, absolutely. And we'll see you guys tomorrow, I guess, on the Spice Runners Lounge channel. So, yeah, guys, thank you again. I really appreciate y'all. I'll catch you on the next one. And may the force be with you. Love y'all.